Hi, it's Jesse from Whirly Bros. So today I want to go over a couple of products. They're water heaters. They're what we call inline heaters, and they connect to your pump. All right. These things have they have a bonding lug right here, just like your pump will. Your pump will usually have one on the. Okay, I want to say it's on the back on this one right here. It'll have a bonding lug. There's probably already a piece of bare copper wire there. So what you have to do, first of all, is you have to connect that one to this one, or buy a piece of it and then connect it. It's I want to say it's gauge 12 that you're gonna have to use, or 14. Just check the standard. I mean, check the one that you already have and make sure you get one that's the same size as that one, same gauge. So here we go. This is the tea heater that goes over the top here, and this one includes a flat washer. You just get this and you tighten it up right here, just like that. You only do it hand tight. Don't use tools and start yanking on it because you could probably destroy the threads on it somehow. Just go by hand and just do it really tight. It should be good enough. This one has tail fittings that are 1 inch. So that means a Schedule 40 PVC will fit right there. It measures 11 inches from this side to this side. The stainless steel piece in the middle measures 7 inches. And one important thing that I want to say about these heaters is that they're flow activated. So when you turn on your Whirlpool pump, that's going to automatically turn on the heater. And then when you turn it off, it's going to automatically turn off the heater. So you don't have to worry about this. You need to plug it in independently though, most likely, because this pulls 12.5 amps. And if you have a pump that's 7.5 amps, well, you do the math there, you're about 20 amps. You're going to be over capacity. So you always have to have a different outlet or connect it to a different breaker too. So just remember that. Okay. So that's that one. And then this is the T-style heater. And then we have the straight heater. So the straight heater, a lot of tubs out there like American Standard, they use a T just like this one. And many times they already have a heater blank, they call it, that goes right there. So the heater blank goes right here and it'll say, optional heater blank, and it'll say install heater here. And then it'll tell you probably which one to buy. They sell their own brand or a rebranded one. It's private label for them. So what you do with that one is you just untighten, you get rid of the heater blank, and then you just put this one in its place. Many times you don't have to replace these tail fittings. You could just connect it to the ones that are already there. But that's up to you if you want to cut or whatnot. Many times they're already there, like I said, so you just connect it just like that. So one big difference I want to talk about when it comes to inline heaters that you buy from me or from practically anybody out there is if you buy an inline vacuum heater like this one, this one goes right here on the front. Okay, this goes on the suction. That's what we call it, a vacuum, right? Because it's pulling. And then we have this inline pressure heater. This one always goes on the top, and they always come with a 1 inch. If you guys have something that's different, like 1.5 inches, let me know. And we could set you up with the right tail fittings for it. But that's the biggest difference. Don't think you can buy a vacuum heater and then connect it to the top, because it's just not going to turn on or do anything at all, because it doesn't have a pressure switch that's going to activate it. It has a vacuum switch, okay? So just remember that. And just one more thing that I wanted to talk about is that a lot of these pumps here, when they get bigger, if you got like a 5 amp to a 7.5 amp, the T heater is going to fit on here perfectly fine, like you just saw. But if you start jumping up to the bigger ones, like a 9 amp or a 13 amp, you're going to need one of these union extenders. So what this does is extend the threads. It measures 2 3/8 OD right here. And you put this on the top here, has an O-ring. You put it on the top and just tighten it really good. And then you put your heater, and then you get 3/4 of an inch of clearance there. I think that's it. That's all I want to go over. Just make sure that you bond it. You have to do it. A lot of us think like, okay, it has a ground. This is not a ground per se. It's bonding. You bond this to your tub. That way, you don't get electrocuted or anything like that. There's a lot of stuff in probably UL files, things that I probably don't know, but I do know that you have to bond it though. And then it's a gauge 12 or gauge 14 bare copper wire. It'll already be on your pump though. So just get one from your hardware store that matches that one, and then just run it through here and then connect it to the bonding lug on your water heater. All right, just for safety. You want to be safe always, and make sure that you do that. Thanks for watching my video today. We really appreciate you guys watching and buying our products. We ship out orders every single day, so if you order one of these heaters today, we'll get it out for you today. And shipping in the USA is free if your order is for over $100. Thanks again.